I am very, very excited to have the most dear and incredible of wisdom keepers here with us this afternoon. As Rosemary and I said earlier, we love to drag you out on a rainy afternoon on a Saturday, make you come and give us all of your great wisdom. So many of you know, and if you haven't met yet, you get the great fortune to meet this afternoon Dr. Pratima Raichur, and welcome. Welcome to Raichur.
Thank you.
Welcome to Rama. This is your first time you've been to this Rama, so welcome here.
Yeah.
And Pratima, they have a beautiful healing center and spa in Soho that some of you have been to, and you should go if you haven't. And also, this is kind of a Bible for some of us, but this is Pratima's book, Absolute Beauty, which just is like an incredible resource book for women's health and for depth of health and vitality. So welcome to Rama. We're so happy to have you. So we talked a little bit about, I want you to share this story about your, kind of how you got into this and how I feel like the Vedic or the Ayurveda finds you, the medicine finds you, and I think that's a part of your story. We'd love to hear it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. That's first thing. And thanks to all of you. It's so nice to see so many people around here are eager to hear what I'm going to say. I don't know. I hope I'll be able to say what you all want to hear. And for that, I always pray my Guru first. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. And thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. It's a beautiful crowd. I was just saying to Guru Jagat that I really don't know what I'm going to say. I can never write a script. I can never follow the script. My whole life is without script. It's just happened. Okay. But how it happened, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, how I got into Ayurveda and all that. So, it's a long story. You all know that I'm 81 years old, so it's a really long story. How much I can talk and what I can say, I don't know. Whatever comes. Okay. So, I think we are all talking here about she told me it's about the radiance. Okay. Now, what is radiance? And where and how does it come? Can I ask you, what's your definition about radiance?
Yeah. In the Kundalini technology, there's a body. I know in Ayurveda there's 5 bodies. In Kundalini we talk about 10 bodies. And we kind of bifurcate those 5 into 10. And so there's a body called the radiant body. And so real radiance is about the actual subtle, energetic, radiant shield is what Yogi Bhajan called it, or the radiant power, the wattage that comes through you, which is about how much shakti you can move through your system. So, or how much energy you can kind of circuit through your system. So that would be my definition of radiance.
Yeah, good. It's very similar. Sorry.
I was nervous there for a second.
That's the teacher in me. It just comes.
Pop quiz.
I think it's because of the age, probably. Radiance comes in many different levels. Okay, physical level, mental level, spiritual level. There are all different levels where. So where do we start from? We start from the physical level. Okay, that's a simple thing to do. Okay, but I was introduced to Ayurveda when I was about 11, 12 years old. Okay, my neighbor was a very famous Ayurvedic physician, and then he was very well known. So my grandfather used to started saying to me when I was about 10, 11 years old, that instead of, after coming back from the school, instead of playing outside, go and help him. He was 85 years old at that time. So reluctantly, I started going to him, in the evening after coming back from school. And that time, first day when I went to him, he looked at me and he said, "Okay, you want to help me?" I said, "Yeah, I do." So I don't know what he saw in me. So he just put his hand on my head and he said, "Good, those are the same words." So, because you are going to use this in your entire whole life. That was first blessings to me. Okay. I didn't understand it much at that time. I didn't care about it that much, So, but I started helping him, and that was my first introduction to Ayurveda. What is Ayurveda? Okay. We will go into that a little bit later. So that was the first beginning of understanding that there is something far beyond the routine everyday life. He just said to me, Ayurveda is basically balance and how to balance the life. But I will come back to that. Then around age of 15, I thought, okay, now I'm growing up, I should look beautiful. So then I started putting some little bit of makeup on, and I was putting the lipstick on. My mother saw that, and she looked at me and she said, "It's fine. You are fine the way you are. You don't have to put the lipstick on." But then at that time, she brought me a picture of a goddess who is called Chamunde, and she is a combination of 3 shaktis. They are Kali, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, and Mahasaraswati. Are you all familiar with that? Yeah. So what do they represent? So that was the first thing what she said to me. You want to be really beautiful, then you have to awaken these shaktis within you. Then you will be permanently beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's not just for 2 hours. You can put the lipstick on, it will look pretty for 2 hours, but then it will be done. Okay. So if you want to have a permanent, everlasting beauty, then we need to awaken these shaktis. And that was the beginning of my spiritual life. So what those shaktis represent? Kali represents the destruction of evil in your life. Evil is what? Negative energy. All the negativity, all the sadness, everything what is negative. I won't go into too much because then I'll just talk about that. So yeah, I think Rosie.
We know. Yeah. Everybody knows.
Okay. So, courage. Kali represents the courage because she helps you to remove the negativity in the life. Saraswati What does she represent? She represents the knowledge. What kind of knowledge? The self-realization, the eternal knowledge, the wisdom which comes from within and for many years. So awakening the wisdom within you about who you are, what is the purpose of your life. That is the wisdom. She awakens that. Okay. And then when you have that knowledge and when you have a courage, then comes the Lakshmi. Lakshmi is, you all know what Lakshmi is. Wealth, goddess of wealth, prosperity, peace, happiness, beauty. The ultimate result of when you are positive, when you are wise, you will be able to achieve these things. Okay, so how to achieve all this now? That was the question. She said that to me, but then it was, I have to find the way to become all that. So got back into Ayurveda again. And Ayurveda gave me the map of how to achieve all that. What is the ultimate goal we all have? What do you all want to achieve? Why are you all here today too? Can you answer, any one of you? What's the purpose? To grow. Ultimately, what we are going to, we do everything for what? Love. To achieve happiness. Basically, everything. We go to school thinking that after we finish the school, we are going to be, we will have a good job, or we'll have, then after we have a job and all that, we want to find a partner, then we want to have a house, we want to have cars, we want to have children. It goes on and on and on, and we all want, we're trying to think, okay, after I get this, I'll be happy. After I get that, I'll be more happy. So ultimately, we are all looking for happiness, okay? That's the goal. This because the soul, we are all trying to go towards the source where we came from. And that source is the soul. And the soul is nothing but happiness. The minute we go away from that, we forget that we are the soul, we become unhappy. Okay, that's the ultimate thing. But how to be happy, we need to create a balance. Okay, so what is balance now? And that's where I turned towards Ayurveda. Okay, Ayurveda is the name itself. It says it's the Ayur and Veda. There are two words in that. And Ayur means life, and Veda means the knowledge. Knowledge of life is called Ayurveda. Okay, knowledge of life or the science of life. So how does the life is described in Ayurveda? It is a combination of physical body, senses, mind, and soul. So it's not just one thing. It is the combination of all those four. And if we are balanced on all the four levels, then we will achieve a real happiness. Okay? So how to go about that? I'm not going to go into the detail of Ayurveda because that's a 5-year course. So we are not going to go in there. Okay. But I'm just going to say how I used it in my life. And that's what I have been doing professionally for the last 45 years in this country. All I'm talking about is Ayurveda. Okay. For what? To create happiness and the balance. Because imbalance is what? Imbalance creates a disease and unhappiness. So ultimately, we need to balance everything. I'm going to drink some water. Sorry. It's a nice tea. Yeah.
It's an Ayurvedic recipe.
How many of you know Ayurveda? A lot of you. Have you used it in your life? You follow? Okay. So, I was saying that Ayurveda is balance, to create the balance. To create a balance on 4 levels: the physical body, energy body, mental body, consciousness, subconsciousness, and supreme consciousness. But starting with physical body. And for that, it said that the entire universe is composed of 5 energies: earth, water, fire, air, space. Okay. So these are the five energies we are all made of. The whole universe is made of, but we are all born with one or other 2 predominant energies, and that gives us, each one of us, certain characteristics. And they divided based on that 5 energies: earth, water, fire, air, and space. These are the 5 energies. Okay? Each one has certain characteristics, and I think all of that is in my book, so I won't go into the detail of Ayurveda, but we will just talk about few things, and then I'm going to come to the mind, because that's the main important thing. So, physically, what do they do? Earth, all these 5 energies are there. Earth controls our immune system. Earth controls our hair and skin and nails and the entire immunity of the body, the cartilage and the bones and asthi and macha and all that. Anyway, so the water governs our entire liquid, everything what that flows in the body. It is governed by water. And then the fire is our metabolism, so it keeps our temperature and keeps our metabolism going, the intellectual intelligence and all that. And then the air is respiration and the breath, pranic energy is the main thing, prana, that resides in the heart. They all have particular space in the body, the location, okay. And then the space is the consciousness. Space is the real. From there, everything started. Space, air, fire, water, earth. Earth is most solid. Water is fluidity. Fire is hot. Air is moving constantly. And space is a total stillness and the consciousness, okay? So where we are born with all these 5, we all need them. Without that, the body will not function. So we all have these 5 energies, but we, based on our parents' energy, their constitution, what time, which season the conception took place, what season we are born, and there's so many 150 different reasons Ayurveda has described why we are the way we are born, okay? But then that we cannot change. So that we have to accept it. Acceptance is the first rule of life, healthy life. Okay. So once we are born, what we need to do is to understand what our constitution is. So if we understand the basic characteristics of earth, water, fire, air, space, then we understand what our characteristics are. So they divided in 3 constitutions: Vat, Pit, and Kapha. Vat means something that constantly moves. It's mobile, it's light, it's dry, it's moving. So the people who are born with more space and air energy, it's called Vata. Okay, they form the constitution called Vata constitution. The people who are more predominant in fire energy, they are called Pitta. Pitta means fire. Okay, so fire energy. And people who are born with more earth and water energy, they are called Kapha. Kapha means cohesion, something that puts together, okay? Lubrication. Water has a lubricates the body, hydrates the body. So these are the 3 main constitutions: Vata, Pitta, Kapha. None of us are completely one picture perfect. We are all combinations of these constitutions. Okay. Why am I going into it? Because physical body. First, we want to keep the physical body strong and healthy. Without that, you cannot be happy and you cannot be successful. Okay. If you want to do business or whatever you want to do, first thing comes is the physical body. And that's why I'm talking about the physical body. Okay. So to keep the physical body healthy, what are the things we need? Food. Food is the most important thing. So what one should eat and what one should not eat is based on our constitution. Like allopathy medicine, Ayurveda doesn't believe that one food is good for everyone. Okay? And the simplest thing is, take an example of salads. We in this country think that salads are good for everyone. Okay, so I ate salad means I eat very healthy. Ayurveda doesn't think that way. Okay, Ayurveda says that what people who are born predominantly with air and space energies, they cannot digest salads. So it is not good for them. So to know what is good for me and what is not good for me, if we can learn who am I first, that's the question. Am I more predominantly Vata constitution, Pitta constitution, or Kapha constitution? So if we know that, then it is much easier to be healthy. Okay. So what are the main when the Vata is imbalanced, 70% of the diseases start with the Vata imbalance in the body. Okay? So it's very important how to balance the air and the space energy in the body. Okay? The whole book I have written about that. So main simple things. Eat. What are the characteristics of Vata? Just the very simple thing is people who are mainly tall, thin, dry, extremely active, hyperactive, very creative, but don't complete the job which they started. Okay. So that's the basic thing. Their tendencies, when they are under stress, we all have stress, but the way the stress affects each one of us is very different, and that depends on our own constitution. So if you are Vata type person, and then if you are under a lot of stress, how does that affect you? It makes you very dry from head to toe. Your hair will be dry, your nails will be dry, your skin will be dry, you will be constipated, your stomach will be hurting, and your bones will be hurting, the joints will be hurting, all that. So 70% of the problems, they start with the vata imbalance in the body, okay? Because why? Vata flows, keeps everything flowing. So I'm just giving you once, then I will answer you. There is only one simple example. As long as, if you just think of the flowing river, when you see the water is flowing, it looks very clean, nice, healthy, beautiful, clear. You take some water from there and make a pond. What happens? It's a pond now, and is it the same as river water? No, because it is now stagnated. It's not moving. So what does it? Keeps everything moving, so in the body. So when that stops, when something stops moving, there means that's a blockage. It's already caused a blockage, and that blockage is a disease. Do you follow what I'm saying? Yeah. So blockage is the imbalance, blockage is the disease. Okay. You wanted to ask me?
I was just going to ask Pratima what your thoughts on, you're saying 70% of issues start with this vata imbalance.
Yeah.
What would you say about, we have a massive vata imbalance in modern people, modern women, modern people, wondering what you think is the reason for all of this imbalance with the vata.
Our society demands too many things now. Okay, women, in the olden age, women were very different. They were mainly doing work at home, and they were able to concentrate fully and perform their duties. But now today, it has all changed. How many things we do? We have taken, it's our choice, we have taken all the responsibilities on ourselves. So we have no time. We have no time to relax, to think, to nurture ourselves, or to do anything for ourselves. We are always constantly worrying about everybody else, everything else. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that. So many things in a day. When we plan in the morning, and if you make a list, how many different things we need to perform. And that hyperactivity creates an imbalance. Okay, and that's the modern world, because as a woman, we are daughter, we are mothers mainly. That's also taking care of the children, but that comes naturally, though. I once, when my grandkids were there, I have four grandkids, but two. One day I was just sitting and watching, and my granddaughter and my grandson. It was in the morning, and I was sitting in the living room. They were sleeping, and they both came down. First, my grandson came, and he just went straight to the table and had whatever his breakfast. But then after a few minutes, my granddaughter came down, and she saw that there was a baby. Her doll was on the floor. He saw it too, but he didn't even notice it. But she came down, and the first thing she did is she picked up that baby, put it on her shoulder, and was comforting that baby. Okay, so it is a natural mother's instinct, which every woman has it. So that's our first thing. We are always trying to take care of everybody else, but ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves. So first thing in this right now, I think what we need is to look at ourselves, make time for ourselves. If you want to reduce stress, don't plan the whole day, every minute of the day. Plan 2 hours at a time, do that, relax a little bit, then plan next 2 hours, and then relax, and then do it. So then you are not thinking, oh my God, I have to do so many things, and nothing happens that way. So to reduce the stress, that's the one simplest thing. Even if you do, plan 2 hours, 1 hour at a time, and you will feel a lot better. You will just try that, and you will realize that it's so much better, okay? Because you got done something, and you will be able to relax. So find time for yourself. That's the main thing. Okay. So finding time, what do you want to do? Nourish and nurture yourself. How do you nourish and nurture? Massage is the simplest thing. Massage is the most anti-aging medicine with Ayurveda. That's what they say, okay? So massage, which will improve your circulation, which will hydrate you, which will, so many things massage does. So massage is the simplest thing. I know we cannot go to have a massage every day from somebody else, but you can massage yourself. Massage your feet at night time. Take some time for yourself, and then massage your feet, massage your hands, massage your scalp, massage your face. Very simple things. And just simple oils, coconut oil, sesame oil, almond oil. It's all based on your constitution. You can change different oils, but massage. And then sound and touch balances the vata constitution. So listening to some good music, chanting mantras, doing meditation, finding some time. Those are very, very simple things. Eating warm food, not salads. That's what just we talked about. So eating warm and cooked food, drinking warm water, doing these massages for yourself, nourish, nurture, breathing exercise, very important. I know Guru Jagat is here, and her book is incredible. I really love your book. And all the breathing exercises are there, but afterwards I'm just going to give you one or two just to show you. But alternate nostril breathing will balance your 2 hemispheres of the brain, and that is what is needed for Vata people. Slow down, take your time, think before you are going to do. You are very creative. You have lots of new ideas. Put it down on the paper and take it slowly, one by one. I want to do this. But then think, what price am I going to pay for this? I want this, but there is always a price to pay for anything you want to achieve, okay? So think about that too before you start something. Anything, if you want to be successful, you need to think over properly. So write it down. When you write it down, it makes your job much, much easier. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that's really good. I mean, I think in general, Yogi Bhajan talked a lot about, basically, I just do what's in front of me the best that I possibly can.
Yeah.
And then I go to the next thing, which sounds so simple, but if you actually did that, you would be much more, your time management would go up hundreds of % in this new year if you really just did that. One thing well, the next thing well, and beyond.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
it's very much how
plan 1 hour at a time and finish it, and then go forward, okay? Not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future. That is what is called mindfulness, or being in the moment, and that is the real meditation to me, right? Yeah, okay. So for the Pitta people, Basically, they are very high, strong people, very ambitious, very good leaders, and whatever they decide to do, they will absolutely complete it, do it, whatever the price they have to pay. If anyone opposes them, they will remove them from there. because it's a fire. Whatever comes in the way of the fire, it will be burned. That's it. So, not in the bad sense. I'm just saying it. But we need that. We need everybody. We need all types of people in the universe. So, fire type people are the leaders. Okay, so they are. It's a very ambitious. So, main points with them is negative point is anger. They get very angry if you don't follow them. So, anger, frustration, little bit of envy, jealous, those are the negativity. But otherwise, you depend on them, they will really help you tremendously. And they're very, very sharp, very intelligent, very planned, good leaders, okay? So for their prakriti, what they should not do is basically not to have too much spicy food, okay? The fried food, fermented food, spicy food is definitely not good for them. Alcohol, really not good for them, okay? Anything with vinegar, tomatoes, big bell peppers, not good for fiery people, okay? So drink water, but not ice cold water, but cold water is fine for them. They can eat salads, that's fine. They have a very good appetite and they have a good digestive system. So they are able to digest things very easily. But it's as long as they avoid sour, citrus fruits, spicy foods, it is okay. Okay? I'm not going to go in the details of everything, but I'm just giving you example. What should they do? They are high. I don't want to. They're not always angry, but it's just their tendency. It's their tendency. So we need to calm them down. Okay, cool them down. So cooling therapies are really good. So swimming actually is really good. Swimming, horse riding, swimming, running is not good for vata. Running is not good for pitta. Running is good for kapha. Okay, so it's a simple exercises. Those are just good. Everything is medium about them. So, and then how do they behave under the stress? That's what I said just now. Is that their body becomes hot. The blood pressure increases, body temperature increases, heartbeat increases. That happens to everyone, but for the fiery people, they will be hot from head to toe. Things burn inside. Acidity, ulcers, those are main things. Their feet will burn, their hands will burn. So burning, acidity, and main things. They will have acne and all that. I'm not going to go into the skin and all that right now, but they are prone to have rosacea or acne, broken capillaries, and redness and on the face, on the skin. So those are all pitta qualities. So if you have any of those, then just look at yourself and see, and okay, so my pitta is high, and what am I supposed to do? And then just follow all the cooling therapies, okay? And for them, Vichan, visualization is really good. Okay, so walking on the water, basically. They need water to cool down. So that's why I said swimming is good. So visualize that you are walking on the river, even if you cannot go, even if you just think about it, that also helps you to cool down. Okay, the meditation, visualization, then everything they are very attracted towards beauty. They love beautiful things. So, and luxury. They love luxury also. So, visualizing beauty, creating beauty around yourself also calms you down, cools you down. Okay. Then the next one is kapha. Kapha, they have a they're predominantly earth and water. Earth is what? Very stable, very serene, very calm. Okay, and water is hydrating. So it's dampness, coolness, steadiness, serenity is good. When it becomes too much, it becomes laziness. It turns into lazy. So then they don't want to do anything. Okay, so for everything there are two sides, good and I don't like to say bad. There is nothing bad in this world. I never say anything is totally wrong. There is nothing wrong or right. Everything is our own perception. So we need to look at the things in a different way, how to look at things. So for kapha, basically, like I said, vata, when it's imbalanced, 70% diseases because of the vata. About 30 to 40% is because due to the imbalance of pitta. And for kapha, it's about 15 to 20% diseases. Okay, so main thing is to learn to balance vata. Okay, the kapha, as they have a tendency to gain weight. So we need to avoid all the sweet. The sweets are the worst. Sugar is the worst thing for them. Sugar, milk, dairy, cheese, fried food. These are the main things. Just try to avoid them. And then basically their tendency when they are under stress, what happens is, this, as far as the skin is concerned, they get very acne, oily, cystic acne. The cyst on the ovaries or the breast cyst or fibroids, these are all tendencies of kapha. Okay, so we need to try to lose weight, increase the metabolism, stimulate your metabolism. Those are the main things kapha has to do. And so avoid all the spice is good for them, but nothing fried, no cheese, no, just like what I just said just now. So that's the kapha tendency. So why did I say all these things is to understand. First thing to understand is, who am I? Am I predominantly vata or pitta or kapha? Nothing good, nothing bad. Those are just what we are born with. That's all. Okay. So learning to adjust, learning to see who am I, what are my tendencies, because that will help you in everything what you do in your life, in your relationship, in your business, whatever you want to do. That's once you know who you are and what your tendencies are, that is where the Ayurveda really helps you. Okay, so if you are vata, then pay attention that you are not going to complete things. So pay attention that I have started this, I need to complete this. For the pittas, they will do that, but without getting too ambitious or too headstrong, and not to hurt other people who come into your contact. So for the kaphas, we have a tendency to not to start anything. That's so, but they do have a very good stamina. They are very strong. They are healthy. They are, people can depend on them. Whatever, if you trust them, they will definitely, they're good friends, basically. They're very romantic also. Kapha people have really good stamina to even have sex also. They have that energy. Energy is what is needed. So that kind of energy they do have it. And in every way, they are strong, they are healthy, they are serene, they are dependable. So there are a lot of good qualities about kapha. So we need to understand what my quality is and use that, make the best of that in the business or whatever you are doing in the life. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. You have any other question that I should talk about?
Well, I think that a lot of, just like, I think Mary Margaret was talking, Emily yesterday was talking about how astrology's become pre-digested.
Yeah.
And I think also just in this kind of, in the wellness industry, and by the way, Pratima wrote this 25 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, she was way ahead of the curve in terms of really bringing Ayurveda into the consciousness of the West. But that as well, Ayurveda has become kind of a pre-digested, in terms of pop Ayurveda, and there's less of a depth of understanding, and so I think that's like the transmission that you give so well, is that this is a depth of kind of the prenatal, like the cosmic matter that actually constitutes us, and then how to use that and optimize it in a way that's really sophisticated. So that's what I just got from that. So thank you.
Yeah. When I started the business, that was literally 45 years back in this country. I had no friends. We just came from India, and because in India also I started first. When I was in England, I worked in hospital because my husband was a doctor. So I worked in hospital, I worked in universities doing some research and all that. Then we came to this country for a year. I worked in Maimonides Hospital, and then we went back to India again. But that's when I started actually Ayurvedic practice in India. So then we decided again to come back. My life is a challenge. It's just so many challenges I have gone through. I won't be able to even describe right now where I am right now today. I have faced many, many difficulties to be where I am now. Okay, but that is the main thing. My nature was pitta, so whatever I wanted to do, I always had to do it. So when I started this, my husband said, "Why do you want to start on your own thing now? You're working nicely, you have good job and all that." But I said, no, I want to use the knowledge of Ayurveda, and I really want, because to really create a balance in our life, I think Ayurveda is the very important science. It gives you a complete roadmap of how you should do, what you should do. But I didn't go into how to balance the physical body, emotional body, because that depends on the breath. So all the breathing, that's where I love Kundalini Yoga. Breath purifies you. How to purify every body. That's the book actually I'm writing now, is how purification of the physical body. But I just talked very briefly about the constitution and what you should do. But there are You have to do panchakarmas and detoxifications, and there are a lot of things to keep the body. Because if you may not like this what I'm saying, but if your colon is not clean, your thinking will not be clean. It's very, very simple thing. If your stomach is not good, if your digestion is not good, your clarity will not be there. So if you are in the business, make sure your body is clean. It's very important. Okay, so cleaning, that's why that's the first step, is the physical body, health of a physical body. Correct. Have a good health. And for that, you need asanas, you need pranayam, pratyahar, dhyan, dharana. Those are all the steps. And the most important step, or the next step, is your mind. Okay. When Patanjali wrote Yoga Sutras 7,000 years back, so what was the first thing he said? That he gave us these 8 steps: yama, niyama, pranayam, pratyahara, asana, dharana, and dhyan, samadhi. But the first 2 steps are yama and niyama, and those are very important steps. What happens when you start meditating? Why can't we meditate? Why can't we close our eyes and meditate? What happens? How many thoughts come to us, right? What kind of thoughts? Everything what we have done, what we said to this, what somebody else said to me, what happened yesterday, what's going to happen tomorrow. All kinds of thoughts we start thinking, right? And our mind is not clean, it's not clear. So that's the first thing he said. If you want to be at peace, when you close your eyes, then you have to follow 5 simple things, okay? He said it in a different way, ahimsa and all those things, but I'm just going to tell you the 5 simple rules which I always say. Do not hurt anyone, okay? I know you're not going to slap anyone, or you're not going to do it. That's not the hurt, but the words. We hurt other people by our words, and that is the most the difficult thing to tolerate. You can just say to someone, "Hey, you really don't look good today." You already killed that person because this dress doesn't look good on you. No, simple things we unknowingly we say, but we hurt people. So don't hurt. Okay, don't. Always be careful and be aware, what am I saying and how it is going to affect somebody else, okay? So not hurting, not lying to anyone. Once you say one lie, to keep that, you continuously keep lying again and again and again. Okay, so when you close your eyes, it comes back to you, because you can fool, people say, everybody else but not yourself. So that will come back to you when you close your eyes. Don't lie. Don't steal. You're not going to steal anything again, like I said, from, oh wow, this looks very pretty, I will take it. That's not what you're going to do. But in the mind.
You'd be surprised, Pratima.
Yeah.
Even at the yoga studio.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the mind, mentally, if you say that, yeah, this, I want to have that. When you say that, there comes a jealousy and envy. Okay, desire is created. We need to have desires, but not that kind of desire. I will talk about desire. Desire is the one which creates misery in the life, but different desires. There are many different types of desires. Okay, so not hurting, not lying, not stealing. The next thing is not judging anyone. we judge everyone. Oh, he is like that, she is like that, he said this, she said this. How many times we say those things? And again, when you close your eyes, that's what comes to you. He did this to me, she did that to me. Okay. So when you keep thinking about these judgments, don't judge, because why somebody behaves in particular way depends on their purva sanchit karmas, whatever they have done in previous lives, whatever beliefs they have created, whatever experiences they have gone through. That's the way they behave. Not that to hurt you, but that's what they think is right thing to do. So don't judge. So we have no right how somebody else should behave. That the lot of you now, this is just the new year started, so everybody make those resolutions. But if you do a resolution thinking that if this person changes, then based on that resolution is never going to happen. So if you want to really do something, change yourself and not thinking of expecting somebody else will change. Okay, and then his last thing Patanjali said is that don't expect anything from anyone. That is the hardest thing, because we do a small little favor to someone and we immediately expect that, oh, I have done this, so she has to do this or he has to do this. So expectations creates miseries. Yeah. So sometimes they can do what you want to do, but most of the time it doesn't happen. So when we expect things, definitely we become disappointed many times. Okay, so what does he say? Don't do things. Very simple example I will give you in my life what happened. Okay, when I got married, and then the household I come from is women are not supposed to go out and work and doing business and all that. That's my background. So I never anybody expected that I will do something on my own. That was impossible. So expectations. But women have to make sure the new bride who comes into the house, she has to make sure that she pleases everyone. And my house I have a lot of relatives, and I tried to please everyone from morning till night, but I was never able to do that. No, so every night I almost used to sit and cry. Okay. My elder brother-in-law was a great philosopher. He saw me crying one day, okay, and he said to me, I want to talk to you. I thought, oh my God, now what did I do? So what do I have to, what does he want to say to me? So he asked me, are you not happy in this house? I said, no, I'm happy. So why do I see the tears in your eyes? So then I told him that, I'm trying to please everyone, but somehow or the other, somebody is unhappy at the end of the day. And I feel really sad about that. So I don't know how to please everyone. That time he said to me, first rule, this is what he explained to me. If you do things to please somebody else, you will never be happy. But if you do things because you want to do this, and when you are doing it, you are happy, then only you do it. Okay. And he gave me a very simple example, and I think it's the best example about achieving something. Business, when you are doing, when we try to achieve something in the life, he said you are on at the bottom of the mountain and you want to climb all the way up there. So if you start climbing, and if you say that, okay, when I reach there, I'll be happy, it never happens. So what he said to me, when you are climbing, step at a time, be happy. Enjoy that walking up and not just reaching towards the end. Because that end, when will it come? How will it come? We don't know. So enjoy the walking from the beginning. So then you don't have to wait to be happy until the end. Does that make any sense to you? So what he said to me is work. Makes sense, right? Yeah. So anytime when you want to reach something, do something, try to enjoy while you are doing it and not wait until it happens, because it never happens, because then something else comes and you want to do something else. So it goes on and on and on. So to be happy is now, at this moment, is what's necessary. So that after that, when my brother-in-law told me that be happy while you are doing whatever you are doing. So choose what you want to do, what makes you happy. Don't do it just to make money. Don't do it just to have the name or whatever. The intention, always, that's the first thing, is the intention behind what I am doing is very, very important. Okay? So pay attention to the intention. Without good intention, you will never succeed in anything. Okay? No one can succeed without good intentions. If your intentions are good, you will succeed, maybe not today, but tomorrow, definitely. Okay? So that's another law of business also, is to have a good intention, and while you are doing it, keep enjoying every moment of the day, or every whatever step you are taking. Just keep enjoying it. Don't wait until you finish the work. Okay. Why did I start telling about this? Okay, okay, now I remember. The 5 rules we were talking.
Yes.
No expectations. Okay, so yeah. So those are the five rules. He said that don't hurt, don't lie, don't take anything from anyone, and don't judge and don't expect. If we follow all these rules while we are living day-to-day life, then when you close your eyes, you are not angry, you are not hurt, you haven't lied to anyone, you haven't done anything bad to anyone. Then when you close your eyes, you will be peaceful. Does it make sense? You don't have to try for that.
In Patanjali, for those of you who aren't very familiar with the yogic scriptures, Patanjali, in our tradition, Patanjali wrote a mantra that you may know called Vayanti. And in that, he predicted the coming of the teachings of Guru Nanak 1,000 years before Guru Nanak came to the planet Earth, and predicted the sound current Vaheguru. So in the transmission of the sound, Vaheguru, Vayanti, it are these Patanjali sutras.
Yes.
Then and when you chant these mantras, it actually purifies the parts of you that are not in alignment with the sutra, because the sutra is it's a very deep unfolding. It's not just, it's different than like the Piscean age commandment that it's like thou shalt not. A sutra, it unfolds in you. It resonates in you, and that's the thread of kind of Patanjali's teachings into this kind of Aquarian age, is through the transmission of Guru Nanak and Vaheguru.
Yeah. So because the sound is a most important energy. Sound is the most because see in Ayurveda the sound is connected with the space, and space, every energy is space. Space is connected to the sound energy. The air is connected to the um, touch. The fire is connected to the eyes, the visual vision, and then the water is connected to the taste, and then earth is connected to the smell. So these are 5 energies, the 5 senses they are connected to. So the sound is connected to the consciousness. So that's the highest supreme energy. So that takes you directly to the supreme consciousness. That's how they have described. So, so then he said that if we can follow all these rules, then you do the asanas and pranayam and pratyahara, and I'm not going to talk about all those, but then when you close your eyes and meditate, you will be able to go into a deep state of samadhi. And that is the permanent happiness when you achieve the state of bliss. But you don't have to close your eyes for that. That is the main thing. We can create that happiness, that permanent bliss, while we are doing everything every day. And that is most important to us right now. And how can we do that? If we are strong, and if we always are aware, why am I doing this? What is my intention behind doing all this? Then you can achieve that permanent happiness all the time, and we don't have to wait for that. Okay, so.
Beautiful. Pratima, could people ask you some questions now?
Yeah.
Okay. So any questions you have about anything that Dr. Pratima said, or just about Ayurveda in general, or about, a personal kind of constitutional type of question and that kind of thing. Do you want to give them out? Yeah. Do you want the help giving them out? Can I have one of my team helping Rosemary, or a couple of you? Okay, and the microphone goes here. Yeah, right here, my love.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually have a question for your book. So I think I might be Vata and Pitta. I'm not sure. I think it might be. But I was wondering if you have things about combinations in your book, about what to do if there's combinations.
Yeah, when you are a combination, how to do it. Okay, there's always one thing is always a little bit more prominent. You have more Pitta predominant. Okay, because why I'm saying that? By looking at you. Okay, so you should follow Pitta during the summertime. Okay, and always try to follow basic things about not eating spicy food and pungent food and all that. Do you have any particular complaint that?
No, I really love spicy food. I don't think that it necessarily, it doesn't disagree with me. I think I have a great digestion system, but
yes.
It is really whew, this is really hot, but I like that. I like the...
Yeah, but that's because you are not connected.
Okay.
So we attract the opposite thing. Okay, so even if you feel good right now, ultimately it will create ulcers and burning and all that. So try to follow Pitta pacifying diet, which is cooling diet.
Thank you.
But the basic thing is Pitta diet for 8 months, and then the Vata diet will be for 4 months. That's how you should follow.
Is that in general for any combination person?
Because she has Pitta and Vata.
Okay, but if someone is a combination in general, do they follow that same model?
Yeah, same. Yeah, whatever is your predominant, you should follow that for 8 months, and then the minor one during that particular
During the summer,
season.
in the summertime.
No, for the
For
the
whatever the
vata,
season is.
okay.
Okay.
The seasons are, summer season is pitta season, okay? Windy, I mean, like right now is what, like now it's cold season, it will start the kapha season, okay? But when vata season is like September to March, January, that will be vata season. So pitta is summer and spring, and winter is cold.
But I could start the diet right away. I don't
Yeah.
have to wait for that.
Yeah, the main things you should always pay attention. But you can start vata. Now you can start vata. But again, I will not say that very hot, spicy food will not be good. Okay.
Especially in the summer, because
Yeah.
it already is hot, and then if you're adding hot to it, then it's like, and that's what you do. You think of the season,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you try to do the opposite.
Yeah. Whatever we are born with, we should, that means if we are born with kapha, that means we already have earth and water in our constitution. So what we balance, to create a balance, we should eat lighter food. So everything which is kapha is heavy, so we need to follow lighter things, okay, airy things, lighter things. So opposite to what we have. Does it make sense? Yeah.
Ayurveda's always striving for
Yeah,
balance.
it's always balance.
That's good. That's a very good. That's something just to be thinking. That's a great way of describing that. Is that if you're trying to figure out how to balance, you kind of sense
Opposite.
you oppose it. That's you're creating that kind of juxtaposition. That's cool.
What we have is already we have. What we don't have is what we add to it. Then we create a balance. Okay. So,
Okay, more questions was over here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Bettina, thank you for being here. So I haven't had a full Ayurvedic workup, but I've been told pitta kapha.
Yeah.
And I'm working right now, I've got a goiter. And I've had so many different opinions. I've been recently under acupuncture, Chinese medicine, and herbs. But I was wondering, Ayurvedically, I know it's a blockage of energy, like in my neck, and what you might do to sort of.
It's a kapha energy.
It's a kapha energy, yes.
Yeah.
I feel I've been told I have a kapha imbalance. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you trying to do?
Right now, I've just been working with an acupuncturist, and I've been working with some Chinese medicine.
Yeah, but what did they?
It hasn't gotten better. It's gotten bigger over the last year and a half. And I have a feeling it's about my self-expression and the blockage of energy in my voice and my fifth chakra. So.
Vishuddhi chakra.
Yes.
That's what you need to work on. You teach them the different breathing exercise for different chakras. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you are working with Guru Jagat, right? So this is the Vishuddhi chakra, the Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana, and then the Manipur, and then the Anahat chakra, and this is Vishuddhi chakra, which controls our. Glands wise, it's a thyroid and
Yes,
thymus.
it's a thyroid.
Yeah,
And the doctor wants to take it out, but it's because it's affecting the metabolism. So.
But I think if you do a good exercise every day, the breathing exercise for the thyroid gland, it will be really good. Garglings and all those kind of things are really good. Eating the food, which is the cumin, coriander, those kind of spices are good for you. But even otherwise, the spice is okay, but there is a pitta also. So you can't have excessive spices as well. But sweet, sour is not good. Definitely. Sweet is not good, sour is not good.
Right.
And dairy and cheese and fried
I don't
and
need that,
those things are not good. So if you follow those and do the exercise.
I've been doing shoulder stand with like breath of fire and Matsyendrasana, going back and fish pose stretching.
You can just simple exercise. I would like to all of you just try this. It's not an exercise, it's an awareness, okay? Based on your hands, mudras. how we keep our hand also when we are doing things. If I keep it open this way, I want you to try. I want you to try. Just you are also. If I talk like that, will you be able to hear me? Okay. So, if you keep your hands totally open, okay, like that, and just take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I want you to observe where do you feel the breath in the body. Observe it. Can anybody tell me? Where did you feel?
I felt it in my lower chakras.
Lower chakras.
Yeah.
Who felt that in the lower chakras? It should feel in the lower chakras, the very first one.
Yeah.
When you have the open hands like this, you will feel the Muladhara chakra. So inhale and exhale. So you already, wherever you put your attention, that part you activate. Okay? So you already activated Muladhara chakra. What is it is associated with is earth element. Earth energy is in your Muladhara chakra. Okay? Let's just bend a little bit hands and breathe. Pay attention. Feel. Where did you feel? Where did you feel?
Diaphragm.
Little bit up.
Yes.
That it should feel at the Swadhisthana chakra. Do you all know all the chakras?
Yes.
Okay. So you should feel that in the Swadhisthana chakra. So Swadhisthana chakra is associated with water energy. Okay. First is earth, second is water. Okay. Means kidney and bladder and all your reproductive organs, they are all associated with there. So when you inhale and exhale with the intention that my kidneys and my bladder and my reproductive organs are all purifying and detoxifying, the intention is very important. So if you put those hands that way and breathe with that intention, you are already purifying the second chakra. Does it make sense? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Now, put it this way and breathe. Thank you. Feel where you are feeling the breath. Very long breath, deep breath. Inhale and exhale. When you inhale, your whole body, like a balloon, should expand. When you put the air in the balloon, like it expands, that way the whole body should expand. And then when you exhale, it should contract. Okay. So where do you feel? Yeah. The Manipur chakra. Are you feeling it or you're just saying it? Manipur chakra is associated with the fire energy. Okay? So all the liver, gallbladder, spleen, pancreas, that is all governed by the Manipur chakra, your metabolism. So again, the intention is I'm cleaning my liver, I'm cleaning my gallbladder, I'm spleen, pancreas, all that when you are breathing. Okay? So just put your hands that way. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay? Then you bring it a little bit more, and you will feel in the Anahat chakra, the heart chakra. Okay? Feel. Try. Try so that you purify the chakra. What is associated with the heart chakra? Respiration, circulation, heart, chest, lungs. You are purifying all that. Right? Then you almost close like this. Then you will feel here. Yeah. The thyroid gland. So we are cleansing the glands also. Now here you are cleansing the thyroid glands, thymus glands. Okay. Then you just close this way, both hands. Close it. Put your thumb and close. And then you will see that your breath will purify the sixth chakra and the seventh chakra. Okay? Anjana chakra and the Sahasradhara chakra, and your whole pituitary gland and pineal gland will be activated. Right. So what we should do every day, this is what we should do every day. Okay? Yeah. So slowly from Muladhara to up to the Sahasradhara chakra. So you already cleansed internally. You are doing exercises, you are doing breathing, you are doing fire breath. Guru Jagat is teaching you all those exercises. But if you can add this one with the intention of cleansing Namah Shivaya and Om. That's what that mantra is all about. It cleans all the five energies in the body. What is Ayurveda? Ayurveda says if we want to be healthy and happy and successful and blissful, we need to balance the five energies, purify, activate all the seven chakras, and purify the panchakoshas, physical body and emotional body, mental body, consciousness, subconsciousness, and the supreme consciousness. That is what is called health. Okay? So that's what's called healthy. So if we can do all that, so simple, this is a very simple exercise. Whatever you are doing, your fire breath and all that, that's all fine. Those are beautiful exercises that will keep you healthy. But this will, with the intention of purification of the five energy and balancing the energies and the seven chakras activating, this will wake you up. Okay? So every day, first thing I do, what I do myself, okay? First thing is, as soon as I wake up in the morning, first thing I say, thank you to the universe for waking me up. We don't know. Next moment, we do not know. I have gone through many challenges of life, and it is the fact of life. So, say thank you. Okay. say thank you to everyone, all the energies in the universe, all the Panchamahabhutas, all the five energies, all your teachers, all your gurus, your ancestors, your parents. That's very important. So I say thank you to my parent, my husband whom I lost, my son I lost. So I say thank you to everyone first, okay? And then I say thank you for my whole business, all my girls who are working with me, all the people who are coming there. I thank them in my mind every single day. Because of them, I'm alive, I'm here. Otherwise, what's the point? Okay, so we need to be thankful. Gratitude is a very first thing to be happy and to be successful. So say thank you. Okay? Take a nice deep breath and connect to the universe. Just 3 breaths. Because we are all connected through the breath. That's the most important thing. That's why breath is the most important thing. Because that's the only thing which connects all of us in the whole universe. What you exhale, I'm breathing. What I exhale, you are all breathing. So we are all breathing each other's inhalation and exhalation. So we are all connected that way. So connect yourself to the entire universe. Just breathe at least minimum 3 times and say, I am connected. I am connected to the infinite energy of the universe. Okay? Then you can just decide. Say, so after you do that, then ask for the forgiveness. Very important. Without forgiveness, you can never be happy. Okay? Because that's what, I'm not going there, but at the time of the death, that's the first thing which blocks our energy, is the things which we hold on to. So say, I seek forgiveness. If I have done anything wrong to anyone, I seek forgiveness. But at the same time, I am forgiving everyone else also. So I accept everything what is happening. I forgive everyone. I seek forgiveness. And then the gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for everything, everyone. I even thank my bed. I thank my house. I thank everything around me. Okay. When we get down the bed and touch the floor, I ask her forgiveness. She's the earth goddess, so my mother. So I always tell her, there is a Sanskrit shloka there that, forgive me for putting my feet on you. So humbleness, forgiveness is very important. And then send love. Send unconditional love to everything. Healing, success, happiness is nothing but love. If you love everything, what you have created, what you are going to create, and what is around you, what is outside you, what is inside you. Love is the only thing. If you love everything, you will be always happy and you will be always successful. Does it make sense? Okay. Then you do the exercises before you go to sleep. I always say, whatever I'm going to do through these 2 hands all day long, God, this is your service. And then at the end of the day, I say, everything what is done through these 2 hands, it is your service, but it's given to you. Now, when I sleep, it is a yoga nidra. I don't remember anything what has happened. I'm not worried about what's going to happen. Now this is a yoga nidra, so I'm sleeping. Before sleeping, massage yourself, love yourself, nourish yourself, nurture yourself, and say thank you to the universe for the whole day. And then close your eyes.
and watch some spy shows. Massage yourself while watching spy shows.
Yes, yes, exactly.
That's my yoga nidra, Pratima.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
But do you
Good.
see that this is a very different inside-out explanation of what yoga nidra is than what you may have come into contact with in the kind of wellness scene? She just what you just described is a very important understanding of how you create that kind of. We'll call it kind of the place of actual peace or rest, and how that kind of actually can rejuvenate you, which then doesn't, my belief is that you don't necessarily have to, it's not about the amount that you sleep particularly. I mean, each constitution is different, but when you have these types of practices, you can, it's the quality, it's not the quantity, and so it becomes a very different experience.
Yeah, it's the peace. Ultimately, what? We need peace and happiness. And then beauty is a byproduct of that. Success is a byproduct of health and happiness. Okay, so try to create health. Health is very important. Happiness, when you are doing it every moment. They say that I want to be successful. If you're not, then I will be happy. It has to go the other way around. If you are happy, then only you will be successful. Otherwise, you will never be successful. Because there will be always negativity. I'm not happy right now. That's the feeling. So always, first, I'm thankful and I'm happy and I'm grateful for everything what I have. Then more comes to you. Otherwise, if you are not grateful to what you have, then more will not come. Universe will not provide you. Okay. I hope it makes all sense to you guys and you learned something. I don't know.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I don't know what the time is.
And no, that it's perfect.
It's perfect time.
Does anyone have a burning question that you
Yeah,
feel like
please
needs
ask.
to be answered before? Yeah, please. Yeah, here, please talk into the popping microphone.
Does wake up like in the middle of the night has something to do with an imbalance of the dosha, or it depends also what kind of.
I didn't get you.
Sorry,
so-
like waking up, like for example at 4 a.m. in the morning, and not be able to sleep.
Yes,
No, it's perfect.
4 a.m. is a Vata time, okay? So all the worries of the day probably will start coming at that time. And but can you sleep again or you can't?
It takes a while. Sometimes it takes an hour.
Then
Sometimes not. Sometimes 5 minutes and
you are okay.
I'm okay.
Okay. So it just could be it is a Vata time. Sometimes we all wake up, but then most of the time we sleep back again. But if you are worried about something, then of course you are not going to sleep. So just chanting at that time will be a very good medicine. just saying, just saying Om, isn't it?
We chant at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do. Yeah. I was also I was watching my Egypt documentaries, and they were saying that the electromagnetic field. I mean, I know this, but this is actually in science. The electromagnetic field of the Earth is the most active at 4 a.m.
Yes, at that time, Brahma Muhurta we call.
Yeah. So it's actually a natural time. I mean, spiritual practitioners for time immemorial have gotten up at that time.
Before the sunrise.
Yeah.
1 hour. That's called Brahma Muhurta.
Yeah.
And that is the best time for spiritual practice.
Yeah.
Well, the best time then to wake up, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you are not supposed to sleep in the afternoon. So,
Details.
sorry.
Okay. Did you have a question? We'll take one more question. Yeah.
What is a good oil? What's like the best oil for Vata?
For body, for face, or for what?
For
Any
face.
reason? Or
For face.
for the face. Okay, I mean, the basic oil for vata is sesame oil.
Oh, sesame oil. Okay.
Yeah, because of the dryness and the cold feet, cold hand. So sesame oil is good, but then we add a lot of different essential oils into that. Okay, so sweet. See what balances vata is sweet, sour, and salty. So
Sweet, sour, and salty.
we don't add any salty things, but sweet oils like like geranium and rose or anything like that, and so sour like lemon or sweet orange, those kind of things. If you mix them, they whatever. See, my philosophy is it's not what whatever we can eat, that's what we can use externally also. So if your constitution is vata, then whatever you are eating, what is sweet, sour, salty for the pitta, it's sweet, bitter, astringent. They balance the pitta constitution. Pungent, bitter, astringent balances the kapha constitution. So the same principle goes outside also. So we are yeah, because we have 33 million pores on the skin. Okay, if I talk about skin, then the whole day I will talk about the skin. So everything what you are applying, your body is eating that. It's a food. It's a food for skin. So that's why I always say that from the beginning, 40 years back, I said, be careful what you put on your skin more than even what you eat, because what you eat goes through the digestive process, through the whole digestion process. But when you apply on the skin, it goes directly into your bloodstream. So be careful what you apply. But there are lots of recipes given in the book.
And
simple recipes.
Her oils are just, I mean, it's just next level stuff. All right, well, you heard it here at Rama Institute for Applied Yogic Science and Technology in New York. All the kind of propaganda about kapha, for my kaphas out there, we're better in bed. Pratima said it. That was a paraphrase. That was a paraphrase.
You are not only kapha, you are pitta and kapha. So that's the.
Well, the kapha kind of, people are down on the kapha, but now we know some of the good things. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all of your work and all that you have shared with us.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Okay. And thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me a chance to share my knowledge, whatever I have done in so many years of life. So I keep learning still every single day. Every new person comes to me, I keep learning from that. Okay. Life is learning process. And that's all it is.
Thank you, Pratima.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Reality Riffing. These are conversations that I think are important with people who are doing great things in the world about subject matters that need to be discussed. If you enjoyed the content, the conversation, please feel free to share with your people, share with your friends and family, rate the podcast below, and also subscribe.